Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for, this is just a January bonus reading, and we're just going to jump right in here, Pisces, and do a Celtic cross. I don't know, I've really been liking doing the Celtic crosses, so really that's why we're doing it, is because I just was like, you know what, I want to do another Celtic cross style reading, because, I don't know, I've just been enjoying them. So let's see what comes up for you here, Pisces. This is going to be just for January. We're going to see what comes up, and that's going to be that, Pisces. So we're going to pull out we're going to pull out oracle cards as well. You have this voyage card and this security card. So for some of you, I feel this is about leaving a comfort zone, basically. The security card is about security. I do feel like you are more secure than you think. Like, I do have a feeling that this reading is going to go in a direction where it's going to be telling you to take bigger risks in this this month in January. And we're not talking, again, about crazy risk. We're talking about like calculated risk. We're talking about you stepping outside of a comfort zone type of risk, you starting a business, you doing the thing you've been thinking about type of risk, right? And so I think that these cards, that's what they're going to, that's like the direction that they're going in, is that you need to step into some sort of like risk, or you need to take a risk to improve your life. Is that, yeah, the rest of these cards look pretty good here, Pisces. We'll take a look in a minute, but you start off with the Ten of Swords. So Ten of Swords can be the ending of something. You know, it can say that something is dead, done, over with, and it could be anything. I'm not actually picking up on like one thing or the other here. This could be anything. It could just be your life as well. You could just be kind of like transforming in your life in some way. Personally, I don't mind the Ten of Swords. It's like, yeah, it can say that you are kind of like at the end of a road, which I do feel you kind of are in a way, and I will describe what I'm feeling here, which is that I feel like some of you are looking for ideas on like what your next step should be. It's almost like you have been on this long journey. There's like a big wall in front of you, and it's like you're wondering like, how the hell do I get over this wall? Or how do I walk around this obstacle, right? Or what should my next steps be? How do I build a ladder, right, to get over the wall? It's almost like you're looking for answers or something. I don't know. We're gonna have to look. This is a different reading for sure than what you normally get, Pisces. So there you go. But you have the Ten of Cups as your crossing energy. The crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you. And in a lot of ways, I feel like the Ten of Cups is saying, can you just be grateful for your current situation, like being alive? Can you just express gratitude for where you're at? And I also feel like the universe is trying to say, like, how many more times do you have to kind of like worry about things not going your way, only to find out that they are going to go your way, right? It's like, how many times in Pisces, like, I feel like that is Pisces, like secret karma or something. It's like Pisces always, gets all worried and freaked out about something that could happen, right? And then nothing happens, and Pisces realizes that they shouldn't have worried about anything, and then they do it all over again. So I feel like that's kind of like what the universe is saying here. It's like, if you're worrying about something right now, especially if you're working on a big project, you have this Grand Symphony card here. I'll show you in just a minute, and it's all about kind of like everything coming together, all your hard work paying off. And so it's almost like saying to me, if you're worried about something you've been working towards, you could maybe have been working towards having a family as well, that what you're worrying about, it should not be worried about, right? In the area of what's on your mind, you have the Knight of Swords. I will show you, the Knight of Swords is always going towards the past in a reading. I consider this side of the reading to be the past. This is the future over here. And so, I always say that the Knight of Swords sometimes I feel says, do not run back to the past. And we're not talking about a person. That could be part of it, but it's more bigger picture. It's like running back to the past way of being, running back to comfort as well. It's like sometimes we work on a project, we start to get uncomfortable, and then so we go back to, a comfort zone, and whatever that means for you. And so I feel like this is saying, actually, don't turn around. I also do feel it is encouraging you to slow down your thoughts. We're going to clarify through this in just a minute as well. And so we'll see what comes up. But I kind of have a feeling that this is more saying, like, slow down, take your time, take a chill pill, right? I'm sure you love when people say that to you, right? Everybody loves it when someone says, calm down, right? Everybody loves that. So that I won't say that part. But what I will say is I do feel there's no need to kind of be rushing around. In the area of your foundation, you have the Seven of Wands. Kind of funny because it actually tells me that you probably already know what you want in life, whatever in any area of your life, like whatever your major focus is here. Again, it's this Grand Symphony card. That's like kind of like the Ten of Pentacles, everything you want and desire, but it's something you've been working towards. And so the Seven of Wands tells me that you are convicted. You actually do have the beliefs necessary to have something in your life. I feel like you actually believe that you deserve something as well, which is half the battle. I think the reason most people don't accomplish their goals is because they don't believe it. They don't believe that they can actually accomplish it, or they don't believe that they can actually have it. And so I kind of feel that you actually do believe that you can have something here with the Seven of Wands. I don't know, pretty powerful reading here, Pisces, I gotta say. In your past position, you have the Five of Swords. This is the energy of what you are moving past, and the energy that is passing, basically. And you have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords, someone could have definitely stabbed you in the back in the past, Pisces. This is a card of like treachery. It's a card of like a sneaky person. You have the Ten of Swords being stabbed in the back. I don't know. I'm just like putting those together. I feel some of you have dealt with that. For others, this could just say that you've had people in general, like you feel like you've had people like walking away from you and things like that. So I'm kind of getting something about support. The Ten of Cups is, a card of community as well. So some of you maybe have been searching for community or looking for community. What's interesting as well is that you have this card here that says the end of a tough cycle approaches. And you also have this card that says a new start is coming. So if you've had a difficult ending in the past, maybe you're finally ending this cycle, or you're finally moving forward as well. I also feel like if you had something difficult that you could be seeing, it's like I feel like you're seeing the lesson in the situation. I also feel that you're just kind of like moving forward just in general. I feel like this is a real dirty person. Like, they play dirty pool, I feel like this person, if you dealt with a person like this, I feel like there was a lot that, well, you probably do know what happened because you're a Pisces, but, I feel like there are a lot of secrets, a lot of lies. I feel like this person will, live a very lonely, sad existence because, that's like the type of person that this is striking me as, someone who just stabs everyone in their life in the back, and, they're probably going to be very lonely. So I kind of feel like you dodged a bullet here. If this is a person, this could also be, again, maybe you just have a history, or maybe you always like try to work together with people and it never works out, and it looks to me like you're healing from that, or you're finding people to work with. Next, well, I didn't mean to start with these, but sure. This next position is the very near future. You have this Spirit of Gratitude. I literally said the word gratitude, I think, at the beginning of the reading. You have this Grand Symphony card as well. This kind of represents everything coming together, more or less. So, in a lot of ways, this can say that you are kind of like working on something that you're bringing together with that Grand Symphony card. It's like all of your skills are adding up. I do feel like you're seeing, like how your lessons in life are connected or something like that is what I'm getting. It's almost like, I kind of feel like you're looking at the lessons you've been through, and you're almost seeing how they taught you something that is about to be very useful for you or something. Maybe it's a story that you get to share on your YouTube channel that you experienced. Maybe maybe you learned a difficult business lesson, but it actually helps you avoid something in the future or something like that. I don't know. I'm getting like this energy of kind of like things adding up in your life, like all these lessons that you learned. And even the Nine of Cups, again, this is coming up in the area of your very near future, basically right now. And the Nine of Cups is total fulfillment. Like I said, I really like this card here that says the end of a tough cycle approaches. So, I think, I wouldn't say that things are necessarily getting easier for you, Pisces, but I do feel that you're more effective. Like things, maybe you're just noticing that you're getting more done during the day, by the way. And it's 5:55, as I say that, a.m., by the way. I wake up bright and squirrely nowadays. But, what I would say is 5:55. That is a number of change. So there's some sort of change going on in your life, or some sort of transformation as well. I also feel that, again, the Nine of Cups is about bathing in the energy of something that you want. And so, I always encourage people to act as if, it's not even act as if, right? Nine of Cups says you need to be the thing that you want to be. So if there are certain habits that, like if you want to be successful at something, like what do successful people do that have the thing that you want, whether that's love, business, money, spirituality, whatever, and start doing those things. Start doing the habits, right? You don't actually have to have the money, the love, the whatever. You just have to have the habits. Once you have the habits, then you'll attract what you actually want. Next, over the next few months, you have the Four of Swords and the Nine of Swords. I feel like you need to get out. I do feel like this is the one fly in the ointment here, Pisces. The one thing that is kind of getting in the way. You have the Four Swords, which is like resting, relaxing, recovering. I would definitely Saturn in your sign, right? Whenever Saturn is in your sign, I would definitely take extra time to rest, relax, recover, make sure you're getting enough sleep and, all that other good stuff. The Nine of Swords, I feel, is saying don't repeat a cycle. Again, we're going to come back and clarify through this, but the Nine of Swords to me is a never-ending nightmare. And I feel like this is something you have the power to end. Again, of course, I always tell people, that tarot isn't here to say like, oh, you're going to experience the Nine of Swords, you're screwed. The whole point of you watching tarot is so that you can avoid this or do something about it. And so I feel like the Nine of Swords is saying, like, number one, don't rush back to the past. I literally said this here, going up to the Knight of Swords. I feel that this could be avoided if you kind of leave a comfort zone. It's like, I think you need to look at what you did last year and maybe even the year before, just in life in general, and say, how can I do a little bit more? And it's not about like working harder, right? It's not about doing more work or grinding your face off or anything like that. Like, I'm a big fan of Gary Vee, and if you know who he is, all he talks about is like hustling, which, I think hustle culture is like very toxic as well, just hustling until your face falls off, right? And then you get sick and all this other stuff. So I'm very much against that. But what I would say is I feel it's saying like, are there certain things that you could have done? Like, could you have taken bigger risks? Could you have asked for that raise or promotion and work and you didn't? Could you have, taken the risk of even leaving a person when you knew it wasn't right in the first place? That is a risk. So I don't know. I can't answer that question for you. You have to answer that question. You have the Knight of Pentacles here, which is progress. I actually feel progress here. This is coming up in the area of your closest relationships. And I really do feel that you are developing very positive relationships at this time. Not just love. I'm talking about all relationships. So again, I feel pretty good as far as your community is concerned, like the people that are around you. It seems to me like you're attracting maybe, people that are better than anything you've ever experienced as far as friendships are concerned, like very supportive people, people who want to see you grow. Knight of Pentacles is a card of growth, or it can be, I should say. People who you learn with as well. Like, all those things are popping into my head. Those are all elements of the Knight of Pentacles. So, I kind of feel like you're attracting people like that. Funny enough, I also feel that you could be attracting a person here. It could be love, but it doesn't have to be. But I do feel like you're attracting a person that's going to help you with your business. It doesn't matter. Like, it could always be like a partner who gives you really good ideas. So, it could be love, but I'm also getting that doesn't have to be. Like, I don't think that's the only thing. Like, and the other thing is I feel like this person is slow. Maybe you want to move faster, and like this person maybe gets you to slow down or slow things down. And again, I feel that would be a good thing with this card. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Strength card. I don't know how many times have I said this over the last, 2 years, that all eyes on you, Pisces, right? Like, I can't even title your readings that anymore because I've used it too many times. And what I would say here, but literally, it's like, this is not, like, I think people think it's like clickbait or something. It's like, no, it's not. Because number one, I make it very freaking clear in my readings that you have to do the work. This is not going to just magically happen, number one. Number two, it's like these things take time. It's like it doesn't happen overnight. Tarot isn't magic, so you're going to have to put the work in. But what I would say to you about the Strength card is that I do feel people are going to see you as being very strong. She has her hands in this lion's mouth, and I always say, who in their right mind would stick their hands in a lion's mouth? And the answer is nobody. So it's like people are seeing your strength, or people are going to see you for being strong, or people are going to see you for like who you really are, and I really get that feeling here. I feel like anyone whose judgment has been clouded about who you are as well is like, it's about to clear up. They're about to like clear out their eyes, like I'm trying to do right now because I have something in my eye. But next you have the Temperance card. This is coming up in the area of your outcome. And so the Temperance card is about kind of alchemy, and I feel like you are realizing that you have the power to change your circumstances. Next, for your outcome cards here, you have this card that says, spend less time worrying about your appearance, you're enough. This card should just say, spend less time worrying. I feel like this whole entire reading is saying, you need to stop worrying, and you need to get to work on something that you're doing. You have this life purpose card. You found your life purpose, creating life you want. You're manifesting. Recognize that you have everything you need. Boom. So, I feel like you are manifesting like your purpose, or you're living your purpose at this time, whatever the case may be. So, let's see here, Pisces. We're going to quickly clarify through here. With the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Cups, you show up here, the Moon. It's like you have a choice. the moon, normally there's a dog and the wolf, the dog and the coyote, whatever. And, the dog and the wolf, dog and coyote kind of represent your domestic side and your wild side. It's almost like, your domestic side, your wild side right here. And I feel like you need to mix those two things together and, kind of create something. I really feel, especially for those of you working on a project, I'm telling you right now, it's like your problem, I know what your problem is that there's nothing to compare it to, which I've said to you probably 1,000 times over the past 2 years, but it's true. There's, I think that your challenge is that you are wanting to do something, and I feel like you're saying to yourself, it's not going to be successful, because of XYZ reason, whatever your brain comes up with, and I feel like this is saying, no, actually what you're thinking about doing with your life is going to be very successful, but the reason you think it isn't is because there's nothing to compare it to. With the Knight of Swords, you have the World. The World is a card of accomplishment, so I do feel like it's like you have your mind on accomplishing things or making changes. Some of you could be thinking about travel as well. The Knight of Swords, a voyage card, the World, some of you could be moving or traveling. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Knight of Cups, So the Knight of Cups could be a knight in shining armor. Again, I think that this is more saying that you know what you want in love, like you understand what type of person you're willing to allow into your life now. And I wouldn't really say this is a love reading, of course. I do feel it's a good love year for you this year, and I do feel like there could be someone coming in for you. But, what I would say also is that, I think you kind of like understand what type of person you want, or I don't know, whatever. With the Five of Swords, you have the Page of Pentacles, or wait, what is this? Page of Pentacles. So, the Page of Pentacles is a new beginning, and again, it is a card of learning lessons as well. So, like I said, I feel that if you went through something with like a treacherous person, and that's like the word that I got here was like treachery. I feel like this person was, very, very toxic if you dealt with a person like this. Big time liar, for sure. Then, I would definitely be careful. I would guard any new relationships against this person as well. Like, if you get into a new relationship, you might want to not, advertise it because, this person could, try to ruin it or something like that. This person seems like more toxic than you thought. So I would just protect it for now. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Justice card, Karma. I really feel there are karmic rewards coming in here. If you went through something difficult, Pisces, with like a person or a situation or whatever, it seems to me like you are getting good karma or positive karma with that Justice card. That's really all I feel there. I don't really get anything else. It's almost like the universe is rewarding you. But the thing is like I feel like the universe is rewarding you, but it's not like the universe is just going to give you something. I feel like the universe is, kind of clearing the path. It's like saying, oh, Pisces, you want to start that business, or you've always wanted to move to Alaska, or you've always wanted to go do this. So it's almost like the universe, the reward, the karmic reward you're getting is the universe is opening the path, but it's like you have to take those steps, right? So that's kind of like what I get there. It's like it's like the universe isn't just giving you something. I hope that makes sense. With the Nine of Swords and the Four of Swords, you have the Lovers here. I would definitely be careful of the past person here, just based off of everything here, plus the Nine of Swords, you have the Lovers here. The Lovers, to me, can be a card of choosing new love. So for the most part, I look at the Lovers as being at a crossroads, and for the most part, I think people choose new love. But, again, I would be careful. You could also be seeing someone get their karma as well with that Justice card, but, whatever. It is what it is. So let's see here. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Three of Pentacles. If you are attracting love, I feel it's a person who wants to work on a team. Three of Pentacles to me is very clear results. So it's like you're attracting a person where it's like they do what they say, plain and simple. That could be the lesson that you learned here. It's like maybe this person was a great pretender, right? That's what I'm hearing is that they were like, I'm hearing the words like wholesome pretender. Like I feel like this person tried to act like they were so wholesome and all this other stuff, but I feel like they were just a pretender. And over here, it's almost like you've learned to, only look at results, like what does the evidence say, right? And so I feel like you're much more paying attention to the evidence. I also get something about work here. Again, I feel your quality will speak for itself, and so it's like you're getting results in work, even though that's the area of your relationships. With the Strength card, you have the Two of Cups. Could be a Leo. You've had a Leo all up in your business here, Pisces. So I don't know, like, if you know a Leo. It's weird because I feel like you don't know this person. So it's like maybe, or maybe you just don't know that the person is a Leo, right? So it's like I feel like there's a person around you, or maybe like a person that you see, like in public. We're talking about here. Yes, you have to leave the house, Pisces, right? So it's like I feel like you see this person in public somewhere. It looks to me like it's a perfect match here. I feel like you're very different. You have the Two of Cups. I do feel like people will say you're like an odd couple as well. Like, if you get with this person, right? I feel like people will be like, wow, that's kind of like an odd mix, but like in a good way, maybe it's like maybe one of you is like super serious and the other one isn't, or it's like maybe one of you is super serious and one is super weird, or eccentric or whatever. It's like maybe one is like covered in tattoos and the other one is always, is like the total opposite of that, whatever, right? It's like I kind of get that popping into my head here. But sometimes that works, right? Opposites attract. So, I kind of feel this could be a total opposite that's coming in for you. With the Temperance card, you have the Sun. Definitely could be a Leo. I'm telling you that right now. But you have a very happy outcome. Obviously having an outcome of the Sun is extremely positive. So, I feel like you're heading towards happiness and excitement. I really feel, again, this is a good reading, but I feel like you need to push through something. It's like you've been, whatever you've been thinking about over and over and over and over and over again, I feel like you need to take the steps to bring that into the world. Like if it's a project, a business, writing a book, if it's you starting a YouTube channel, getting into a relationship, building a family, whatever it is, like do it. Next, we're going to pull 5 main themes. Yes, you have this Devotion card. I feel like you're getting karma for a past, like a challenging relationship. So you could be meeting a person who's very devoted to you. I love this card. This like baby bird or this dead bird is like, or this living bird is grieving the loss of this dead bird. So how cute is that, Pisces, right? Next, you have this riches card. Yes, there's a lot of abundance available to you. So I feel for a lot of you, you could be attracting a lot of abundance. But again, it is something that you're going to have to do more than what you did last year. It popped into my head hard at the beginning of the reading or whenever I said it. So I feel like you need to look at the activities that you did and say like, what can I do differently? Or is there something I can add on to my day? Just like a small thing, right? Is there something small that I could get going? Like I started writing my book last year. And I would have been done in like May if I had just stuck with what I was going to do. So this year, I actually cut in half my requirements for myself. And so maybe now I'll be done by the end of the year. But at least like I've been sticking to my writing every single day, right? So, it's like I kind of get that. It's like, is there something like a daily activity, a daily habit, something that you can create that will increase your riches? Yeah, there's a lot of reasons for you to be happy. You have this enthusiasm card as well. I would move towards your enthusiasm, like things that make you happy. You have this ostentation card. Yes, this was whatever this past situation was, whether it's a person or not. This card is, this is real, this is fake. This card says, that you have learned to tell a difference between something that's real and something that's fake. So, this past situation, I feel whatever it was meant to teach you that. You have this choices card. Yeah, I feel like you have a choice right now, and I feel like you need to pick the good choice. It's kind of funny as well, like in love, if you haven't had love, I feel like all of a sudden you could have like multiple people to choose from. And again, all I would focus on here, Pisces, is 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles says, look at the evidence. It's like, it says, if you meet a person and they tell you their life is together, it's like, okay, great. But it's like, what does their life actually look like? Does it look like it's together or not? And I think that the evidence will be clear. And again, if you are choosing between multiple people, because it looks like all of a sudden people are interested in you, again, I would like look at their life. It's like, who has their life together? And I think that that will be clear to you, right? And so there you go. This looks really good, Pisces. I like where this is going. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.